One of the things that I think Microsoft has really nailed over the past couple of years is their aesthetics, especially when it comes to controllers. They have done so many different cool designs, whether you're looking at the Tech series with this upcoming one, the Combat Tech, or one of my personal favorites, the Sea of Thieves controller, which is just incredible. Or, if none of them ever fit your taste, you can even design your own, like this guy right here. Now, the thing is though, one thing they haven't done yet, even with Design Lab, is a clear controller. I've done shell replacements before with Nintendo Joy-Cons, and it turns out you can do the same kind of thing with Xbox One controllers. So I picked up a couple different designs, and we're gonna do some clear shell replacements and see how they look. Now, when it comes to clear shell replacements on Xbox One controllers, there is one little caveat, and that's if you wanna do a design for the Xbox One S design, the only thing you can find right now are front shell replacements. But if you're working with one of the older Xbox One controller designs, these ones you can actually find full shell replacements that are gonna do the front, back, and even all the buttons and everything. So we're gonna try out both of those designs, starting with the One S, because that's gonna be the easier of the two. Now, it looks like if you're just doing a shell replacement, the setup is pretty simple. All you have to do is remove a couple parts from the back of the controller to find some screws, undo those, and then it's as simple as lifting the faceplate off and switching it out. Okay, so with all those off, I should be able to just lift this. Check that out, inside of the controller. Then we just take out our clear front plate, put that guy down, and then just screw everything back in. All right, so it did come with a screwdriver that worked, but this is really tiny and cramped my hand, so I instead went for grabbing our kit. So if you end up getting one of these, I believe the size you need to get is a T4? Yeah, T7 looks about right. So TR10 actually is what, or TR9. For this controller, the first steps are gonna be the exact same. All we're gonna do is open this stuff up and then remove all those screws. This part's really annoying because even though it just snaps off kinda, it's one of those situations where part of your brain is like, I don't wanna break this, but you also kinda need to, or it's meant to like have that much resistance. So if all we wanted to do was replace just the front and back of the shells to make a clear controller with all the buttons and stuff, which honestly I think would look better, really simple, same thing we did last time. But we kind of want to see what it's like to actually replace all the sticks and buttons and everything, so we're gonna do that too. Got it. Awesome. Okay, so I had to leave the black button in because this thing was misshaped, and I also left the original Xbox button in here because, well, it just wouldn't be right making an Xbox controller with a clear thing right here. It doesn't make sense, so I'm leaving that in. One thing you have to be careful with when you're doing the back shell replacement, one thing that's still stuck to the back of these is these little strips for the batteries. So you do have to take these out and put them on the new back that you're attaching to it. Clear Xbox One controller. So I gotta say, doing just the main shell is really easy. But if you want to start going more in depth with all the sticks and buttons, well actually the sticks weren't that bad either. It was mainly the buttons, shoulder buttons, and if we want to take the time to do these ones, it's a lot more time consuming and takes a lot more effort. But to just do the main shell, it actually looks pretty good. I might even reopen this and switch back to the regular sticks just so I have this main body look. You know, one really interesting thing I learned while doing this exchange is that while some of the basic ideas are very similar to how you do it on, say, a Joy-Con, the differences in how they assemble these controllers really issue different challenges. I mean, the Joy-Cons definitely need a lot more precision and kind of minute things because it's all packed into one little controller, whereas this, everything is done with lots of different clips and tension kind of stuff. So take a lot of time just trying to make sure that everything lines up just the right way and just applying pressure to, well, everything. If you want to check out doing this for yourself, I'll put links down below. I gotta say, honestly, I kind of like the look of the 1S1 better, where we're still keeping this, matte color on the back, and you could obviously use a different 1S controller like a white one or one of the color designs, but then having the clear so you can still see all the kind of cool stuff going on the inside of the controller. So yeah, check it out. Not that hard, but possibly really hard if you want to be extra.